Hello traders, this is a recap video for DAX for Friday, December the 7th, and in this video this is going to be only about day trading opportunities for DAX, and in my next video I will go into some large time frame analysis of the US markets and its leading stocks, and on the DAX and the German leading stocks. But this is only for DAX for day trades on Friday. In front of us it's the updated chart that was posted on Friday before the open, and this here was the pre-market move from this resistance zone. I said in my morning notes that sellers are already active in pre-market and that this larger time frame support zone could be tested again, that going below yesterday low zone, this is going to be very bearish to happen just a day later of the bounce. So exactly that was happened. Let's go to the charts and observe where were our opportunities. So this was the zone that was zones that were important for Friday. I have these lines representing 8 starting of pre-market, 9 open of the regular trading hours, and this line here represents the open of New York Stock Exchange at 3:30 p.m. So the first trade, it was a long trade. After this drop from pre-market, we had pre-market high, pre-market low, and basically price after the open was hovering around pre-market low and the bottom line of this channel. Now, in bearish environment, every of this channel could be a suspect to be a bear flag and to lead the price lower, and that happened later. Not breaking of this channel, it happened later. But really at this time the market is already made a move, a good move, almost 100-point move, 80-90 point move from the pre-market. Now it's resting here on pre-market low, and we have a confluence with this channel. So this was our first entry, long trade with a closing below this zone. So closing is always below the resistance zone, because you have to expect sellers, aggressive sellers, that are going to front run the zone, and that the maybe price isn't going to go to the zone, which would be then a good short entry. So this is the first trade for like 50-60 points. After that we didn't get a shorting chance here because price didn't really go to the zone. Price was hovering around pre-market low again, and then made this kind of movement, which is basically a false breakdown of the pre-market low. And that is happening at 2:10 p.m. So we already know from the morning prep and from the economic calendar that we have NFP report at 2:30. So 20 minutes before the report, price is at support. We are going long there again, expecting to have the same trade as this, or maybe better. But be ready. If the price is, just hovering near, just, making some kind of small balance, to really protect yourself in case of sudden movement to the downside, because you really don't know in advance how the market is going to react on the NFP report. And it really didn't react nothing much, but enough for us to have the exact same trade as this first long. It was really a copy-paste trade both times from the pre-market low, and that is another long trade for 50-60 points. Now we are observing here that the US is open, they are struggling, and observe that market made basically a trading range. It is like this. This is one trading range lasting from basically from the open to the US market open. So basically 6.5 hours we are just balancing here, and then the S&P made a move like this, going above the resistance, making a false breakout, an upthrust, and immediately going down. And that is also a signal for us to get into the short. Now we are not going to be picky. S&P is going down. We are following it. DAX is a follower and DAX is a weaker index. And this is our entry. If we missed that, we can enter here on the pullback to this trading range and pre-market low. So again we have a confluence, trading range and pre-market low. This is our entry for short. And exit should be a really logical place to be near yesterday low. And that is our short trade closed here. Later market made the pullback to cash close and gone below. But this here really is happening at 7 p.m. on Friday, which isn't really a good time to trade the DAX. You really don't know what to expect out of it. And this move here below yesterday low is another proof that DAX is a weaker index. DAX is for a long time weaker index than S&P, and S&P finished really near its lows from the previous day. Nasdaq was a bit below yesterday low. Russell was some points above yesterday low, but the DAX finished really below. And that three opportunities, 2 long and 1 short whenever you entered here or here. Even from here to here it was a very good trade. From 860 to like 780. This move from here is 80 points and from here is much more. So we had 3 decent opportunities, and that is all for this video. I wish you a good weekend, good trading, and let's be prepared for another video in which I will cover US markets and DAX.